All right, I am at Mt.Aso, which is one of the largest volcanoes in the world. And down there is the middle of the crater. And there's a big turquoise green pool bubbling away. Lovely. That is a volcano. Wow. How about that? This looks like some kind of moonscape or a Martian landscape up here. So today I am going to be hiking up to the tallest peak in this volcanic region, which is called Taka-dake. It's 2 hours somewhere that way. Wow, look at that. That is amazing. Look at that Martian landscape. I was the first car up here, so right now I have the place all to myself. Wow, you could make a movie down there. Okay, well, I'm going to start on my hike. Let's go. All right, here is the start of the trail through the moonscape. Look at that. So Mt.Aso. So this is the center of the caldera, and it's quite an impressive center. But the rim of the caldera, it's far away from here, like 15 kilometers or more. So the circumference of the caldera rim is something like 33 kilometers, or no, maybe way more than that. Maybe the diameter is 33 kilometers. Anyway, the caldera rim is massive. When we get to the top of the mountain, if it's not too cloudy, hopefully we'll be able to see the rim. So this is the center of that massive caldera. There's quite a large mountain in the middle of it. And as we saw earlier, there's a nice little center crater lake. Wow. Yeah. Okay, onward. Okay, I am about halfway to the peak, I think, and we have a amazing lookout point. Check this out. All right, so I parked way over there, hiked up this nasty little slope here. All right, so shrouded in clouds over there on the back side of those fields is the climb to the rim of the caldera. So the caldera rim is way over there, and it goes all the way around this middle cone. Yeah, beautiful. All right. So this is the first mountain I have to go up. So I'm not to the top yet, but then after that we've got the taller mountain, Taka-dake. All right, let's continue. Look at that. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Oh. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh, amazing. This is heavenly. Wow. A lot of people want to climb Mount Fuji. You know, it's one of the most famous, well, the most famous mountain in Japan. But there's no greenery, and it's just a tourist trap. Lines and lines and lines. Well, it's here. This is one of the, probably the most famous volcano in Japan, and one of the biggest volcanoes in the world. Absolutely spectacular, and I am the only one up here. I would say this beats Mount Fuji anytime. Now from a distance, Mount Fuji is amazing to look at, but for climbing, oh my gosh, look. Wow. I gotta take some photos of this. Oh my gosh. I don't think that's the mountain I'm going to. I'm going to another one. So I got a boogie up there, and then there's one more mountain I'm gonna get to, which is the tallest one out here. Taka-dake is the name, and Taka means high, and dake means peak, so high peak. Wow. Wow. I have made it to Naka-dake, middle peak, elevation 1,506. From here, once again, we can see the caldera way down there. A bit windy. I came from over there. And that is where I'm going. That is Taka-dake, or High Peak. So this is the northern side of the caldera over there. See that big? So there's the farmland down in the valley, and then past that is the northern side of the Aso caldera. So it is huge. And this is the big cone in the middle that I'm standing on. So you can actually hike from down there. There used to be a ropeway that went from that parking lot way down there, came up here, and I believe it ended over there, but that ropeway hasn't been in operation since about when I first came to Japan, maybe 20 years ago. I think it was still in operation. No longer. I think the sulfur has corroded most of the stuff away. And up we go. Okay, I am approaching the top of the mountain, Taka-dake summit, Mt.Naka, Taka-dake. Okay. Okay. Taka, high, dake, peak, mountain, high mountain, and then this says Sancho, which means mountain top, mountain peak. So the peak of Mount Taka. Elevation 1,592 meters. Yeah. Okay. The clouds have increased a little bit, but it's still lovely. I cannot complain. Can't complain. Okay, we got a couple hikers down there, so I passed one pair of hikers. So this whole morning I only passed 2 people, and it looks like we got 2 more people coming up. So that's 4. I've been out here about 2 hours. 1.5 hours. I've seen 4 hikers in the biggest caldera in the world. and yet people are lining up to hike Mount Fuji. I should stop complaining about Mount Fuji. People always say, hidden gem, off the beaten path. And yet, do people actually want that? This right here is off the beaten path. It's not a hidden gem by any means. This is a super famous mountain, but clearly it's off the beaten path. And well, if you don't want crowds of people, you got to go off the beaten path. Yeah, so nice. Well, I might have to come up here on a fall or winter day when there are no clouds and there's no haze. It'll probably, well, it will be an amazing view. I'd be able to see the Kuju mountain range, which is over there. That's the highest mountain in island of Kyushu. And I might be able to see another famous mountain, which is Yufuin Mountain, which is over that way. And I could see the whole caldera rim, which would be pretty cool. Okay. Well, I think that's all for videoing on this trip, this hike, this off the beaten path outing. Apologies for the maybe shaky camera work. I've had this strapped to my chest because I got hiking poles with me, so yeah. How's that nasty hair doing? Alright, well, these two people are at the peak, so I'm not going to talk while they're here. Happy exploring. Love Japan.